Recently, I went to this climbing dating event. I went there because I climb all the time. I saw the price at which the event was, so I was expecting something different from a normal climbing session. Because, in my opinion, the idea of this dating event was great. You mix climbing, that is already a social sport, and you add the dating event, which helps to connect people and get as well a different environment. Instead of sitting in front of each other like an interview in a bar, you go and do something together. The concept itself is actually not bad, but after going to this event by myself, I have to say that I was expecting much more, especially for the £33 that I spent for the event. And what did I get in result? Just a normal climbing session. This is the reason why I'm making this video, is exactly for the people like you that maybe you want to try an event like this, or you are new to climbing and you want to experience climbing in a different way. First, let me explain how it works. As soon as you arrive, you sign in, they put you into the system, and meanwhile you wait for other people and for the event to start. You have a bar where you can chat to people and starting to socialize. Then once the event starts, the host introduces the event. The climbing staff makes sure that people know how to behave, how to fall safely, and all the measures that you need to climb in a proper way and be safe in the bouldering gym. Then based on some information that you give beforehand, they gonna put you in group. Each group is gonna be divided in what people like and what people have in common. You have an easier way to talk to people since you already know what you're talking about. On paper, this sounds great, but in reality, things change and they are different. This is where, for me, the event started to lose its vibe, because once the group were set, that was it. You have your group, you have your group, you have your group, go climb. There was no social game to help people interact with each other. There was nothing that made the event social, or that at least helped people to be more social with the group that you are in. That, for me, was the biggest disappointment, because if I go to a climbing event or a dating event, I'm expecting, especially for the price that I pay. Remember, I'm paying £33, and usually a session is like 15 to 14. If I pay such a high price, I'm expecting a bit more than just like, oh, okay, I set you up in group, now go climb. No. If you're a beginner climber, you already going through a lot of stuff. There is new environment, the sport is new, you don't know how to behave, you don't know if you can ask for help, you don't know if you can climb, if you need to talk. They call it a dating social event, but there was nothing social about the event and nothing that helped people to connect in a way. Zero. I felt that I talk much more in a climbing gym on a normal session than at this event. That's the part that surprised me most, because usually when you go to a climbing gym, the sport is already social. There is people that are trying pro boulders together. There is people that are giving beta to each other. Everybody's laughing together. Everybody's trying hard together. Already climbing in itself has this social energy. I was expecting something, games or some interaction that will bring people together more than climbing usually does. Guys, I paid £33, give me some juice. Porca miseria. Che caspita. There was no structure. It was just like, guys, come to the climbing gym and then you sort yourself out. E allora che do I pay for this £33? I paid this £33 just to be in the climbing gym. Whoever goes at the climbing gym will never pay £33. And that's why I was so disappointed. Having my mindset on, oh, actually, I'm gonna go there and it's gonna be different from a climbing session, and then it didn't happen, ruined even more the situation. People don't know what they have to do in a new environment, so you have to guide them. I always try to look the positive side, but I was trying to find a positive side. Social interaction, I mean, there was none. Entertainment, I didn't find any. Dating event, I mean, yeah, dating, but if you don't make the people connect. How can they connect? People are coming there because they're struggling to socialize. If you don't help them socialize or connect them in a way, they don't know what they're doing. They're beginners. At one point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna create my game. So I started to count how many people are there. There were over 200 people for 33 pounds. That's 6,000 pounds of an event. If there is so many people for an event like this, there is definitely an interest. There is definitely people willing to pay for that amount for the event. I definitely think that is a great idea, but the execution was wrong. Because if that many people are interested about this, imagine the potential that it could have if you actually would have been structured in a proper way. But potential and execution are two different things. Climbing already in itself is a great social event, and that removes that traditional dating pressure. The issue is that you charge me a premium price for something that was not premium. At the end of the day, I just paid double of the price for a normal climbing session. If you're someone that has never climbed and you're thinking, oh, actually, I want to go try climbing. Oh, this event looks nice. Let me go to this event. Guys, lower your expectation because these events are not how they supposed to feel like because you're new to the environment. This event might feel more awkward than anything else. Not because climbing is not social, but because they throw you in the climbing jeep in this new environment with all these people where nobody knows what to do. That in itself doesn't create connection. It probably might even make it harder for you. If anything, a normal climbing session would have give you a better environment than the one that you went to. We are social. We know beginners climbing and how you guys feel. We push each other. You will just ended up with a much better experience than something like this. So for whoever went to this event and you guys are watching this, that was not climbing community. That was just like people who wanted to date and didn't know what to do, thrown in an environment that they didn't know what to do. In a normal climbing session, there is gonna be less pressure, less awkwardness, and as well is gonna feel more natural. Ironically, that might feel people more easy to socialize. Was this event worth? I'll tell you no. Although I'll tell you no in the way this event was run. If they wanted to improve this event, these are the things that they must do. First, add actual game, something that will make people interact with each other to do the game, do something together, not just, go on the wall and climb. Second, give beginners more guidance. Tell them what they are supposed to do and what they are supposed to expect from the session. And third, create a situation that feels like an event. You say that you're gonna do an event and then it's just a basic climbing gym. I definitely think that the person that made this event, they don't climb at all. That what was missing for me. It didn't felt like an event. It felt like a normal climbing session. The demand is definitely there, but the execution was poor. If you're curious, definitely don't do the mistake that I did. Try to manage your expectation. And if you're a beginner climber and you want to socialize and you want to have a proper experience, definitely don't go to this type of event, but do a normal climbing session where you will feel the actual climbing community. If you are new to climbing and you think that magically doing this event you're gonna find your romantic soul, I honestly think your money are better spent elsewhere. This was my honest experience. Now I want to know from you guys, would you actually pay to go to an event like this, or would you rather do a normal climbing session? Let me know in the comment, and as always, like the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.